I'm walking to Los Arcos today. It's a shorter one, which is good because I'm starting to feel my knee again. I just took my last diclofenac, which is a bit worrying. But I think if I take it easy, I hope I'll be fine, because the truth is, no knee, no Camino. So I'm being extra cautious. It felt better yesterday. But that's how these things go. You gotta be careful. But it suits me to go slower, to stop and listen to the birds. Listen. Stupid truck. But DJ Bird is in the house. And he's constantly giving a nice concert. And DJ Color Crazy is also in the fields. It's great to look at. So I'm also questioning whether my best laid plans of booking some places ahead, I should just throw them in the garbage bin. I did it because I don't want to be on the phone comparing places to book, and I just didn't want that stress because it's annoying. So knowing the stages and how far I can go per day, it was a good idea. And I like to not have to worry about booking these things. I'm starting to consider cancelling it all and just taking it day by day. Really just wing it and see what happens. Taking some speed out, letting myself fall behind on purpose. I don't know yet. I'm thinking about this because what's the rush? I've not made a decision. I could go either way. I also think it's a good idea to keep the momentum. And I don't think I would be pondering this if my body was in full force. But it isn't. So wishful thinking doesn't help. I'm really on the fence. But that's how it is walking the Camino. You just don't know what's going to happen. And that's what's so interesting about it. Because either way, it will be good. Falling back would also mean mixing up the social circle a little, because I would meet people that have started a little later from Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port, which could be interesting because you meet so many interesting people, and that would just add to the circle of people I could meet. Even though I'm on a bit of a solitary quest here, I still enjoy the company of others. Just maybe not all the time. So yeah, that's the kind of thing I think about while I'm walking through this beautiful spring landscape. It's now noon. I still have not found breakfast. The place in Estella where I thought I could get breakfast was closed. And the only place I found afterwards was a bar with an Asian travel group and really bad 70s trash disco blasting. I'm sorry, but I'm hungry, but I'm not that hungry. I'd rather starve than deaden my senses in that establishment. Yeah, there's a few pet peeves I will need to talk about in an upcoming episode. I might not make a whole lot of friends with it, but so be it. There are pet peeves. And it's not with the full-on pilgrims who walk from Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port to Santiago. Those are all a fellowship in a way. But there are others, which I will not get into right now. But I have thoughts, let's put it that way. It's funny, in many ways, my third Camino is very different than my first two. And I kind of had a feeling it would be. I didn't expect the injury, but the other stuff, the stuff in the brain, in the heart, I kind of had a feeling it would be different. The social thing, it's good that it is, because why would you want to do the same thing over, even though it might have been great? It's different, very different. And if you like exploration, this is exactly what you want. Because it's new, even though you're on familiar terrain, but it's entirely new. And isn't that what you want? I do. I'm still forming my thoughts about all this, and it's way too early to, assign a character or something to the Camino, to this Camino. It's like, what, day 5 or 6 now? I think 6. You forget about time anyway. I don't even know what day of the week it is, nor do I care. But it's interesting to see the contrast between the Caminos. And that's what makes it so good. That's the magic. You may have noticed how my videos are less of a linear narrative like they used to be, and have turned into more of a internal monologue, if you will. It's more about what I think about the Camino, or the kind of thoughts it inspires, than about what it is we do on the Camino. Both things are very valid, but for some reason I felt like exploring this other avenue. I don't even know who I'm making these videos for, except myself. And some people watch them and like them, so that's good. Making these videos is my method for processing life, I guess. Which also means they're very subjective. They're my point of view. And they're stories. Life is a story. And stories need to be told. And every story is individual. But every story is also universal. There are reasons why old stories like the Odyssey have endured over millennia. And not that my story matters at all, but, you know, something that I like to do, and I put it on YouTube for whatever reason. It's a good platform for this kind of thing. But it's almost like the videos have become a backdrop to the narration. They illustrate the narration, but it's the narration itself that's in the foreground. Which for me is new because I work in visuals. And visuals are my thing. But somehow combining them with words yields interesting results. It adds a layer, even though it takes another away. I'm just experimenting and winging it. I have no goal. I just want to do this for whatever reason. Just make it interesting. That's all that matters. So if you're interested in where this could go, because I sure don't know, subscribe and come walk along with me on the Camino de Santiago.